The look, the feel, the quality. We both know that nothing beats a product with custom embroidery when all these features are combined. So join me for an exclusive behind-the-scenes look at how Printful maintains the quality of each embroidered product worldwide in this episode of Ask Printful. Elizabeth from Printful. In this video, we'll continue our tour of Printful's fulfillment center in Riga with our in-house expert, Sergejs. We'll start by going over some of the general topics related to machine embroidery, which you'll find useful whether you're an experienced or a rookie apparel store owner. And then we'll show you the entire process of how this hat was made. So we've talked about DTG, right? Printing on t-shirts, but we also do embroidery. Can you explain how that works?
So the embroidery process starts when you upload your image to our services, and then we digitize it. After digitization, we have a stitch program, so it can be embroidered on our machines. Then the process can start kind of easy. We just take the blank product, put it in the machine, and start the embroidery process.
And can we use our own digitization files?
Printful digitizes designs on their own because we are not only limited to the thread counts, but we are also limited to the machines that we are using. But it's not bad for a customer, it's good for a customer, because what we are doing, we are making more precise stitching program for the needs of our machinery, and especially for our blanks that we are using.
Is there a reason why embroidery is more expensive than printing?
In comparison to the regular printing, where you are just applying the layer of ink, and it's literally is happening in seconds. In embroidery process, you need to apply the stitches, so the process takes much longer. It could take up to minutes.
And does embroidery also last longer?
Yeah, of course, it lasts longer. It's the threads that we are using, they are already colored, and also you have this touchy feeling on top of it, you know?
Kind of like a nice premium texture to
exactly,
touch. All right.
Yeah. And one thing that we also need to mention, that embroidery process is really environmentally friendly, because we are not using any chemicals for that process. It's just embroidery, that's it.
And now we are walking up to our embroidery station, and we're going to take a look at the process of embroidering a hat. So tell me a little bit more about the embroidery process. What is happening right now?
So what we are doing now, we are picking up the blank of the hat. What we are doing here is applying this backing material and then putting the hat on top of it. The hat fabric is still gentle, and when we embroider, then it stretches. Because of that, we are using this backing material to make it more stiff. And now we are putting the hat on the embroidery machine, applying the graphic that we want to embroider, fixing the hat so it doesn't move during the stitching, and start the process.
Oh wow, that's fast.
That is fast, but if you imagine how many stitches we need to make on this one design, then it becomes really slow if the stitch count is huge. This embroidery machine is the Tajima machine, and it have 15 needles here. We can see that every needle is the different color of the thread. During the digitization process, we are actually teaching the embroidery machine which needle to use or which color to use to make particular stitches.
So we are limited to 15 colors right now. That's kind of a lot.
That is a lot, actually, yeah. Most of the graphics you can do with that one.
And when it comes to embroidery, what is something that we have to do to control for quality?
The quality itself in embroidery consists of two things. The first thing is what you see. It's a front side of embroidery. And you want to be sharp, beautiful, without any stitches which are in the wrong directions. But the second thing that we need to see is what's happening on the backside. Because for some products, especially for light materials, we need to add also a backing so the blank that we are stitching on doesn't shrink. And also, of course, excess of the threads that we're cutting off, so also the backside looks really beautiful and flat. So now we are cutting off the excess of the threads to make it flat.
What is that?
That is a heat gun. We still have some fibers, and now we are taking off the backing. Some additional fix-ups from the front also, just to improve the visual of the embroidered product. And that's it. We are ready to ship.
That looks great. So my main question, I guess, is how is print on demand more sustainable than conventional manufacturing?
This is quite kind of easy. I mean, imagine if you want a pink t-shirt with a puppy on it. And what will be the regular way how you get that t-shirt? You will go to regular stores, look over from one to the other, while you find this one, your beautiful pink t-shirt with a puppy on it. But it means that in the background there is thousands of the shirts like that printed, so they can be stored and then delivered to the stores. In case of print on demand, you can draw your own puppy, upload the file through our website, and just print it out. And there will be no more thousands of the same t-shirts stored somewhere. Imagine if you are a store owner, you don't need to have any stock at all. All you need to have is your image that you are uploading to our system for printing.
I hope that our journey behind the scenes inspires you to create more outstanding product collections bound to become future bestsellers. To help you with that, we've got free Printful Academy courses about creating print-on-demand t-shirt designs. Not only will you get to learn new things, but you'll also earn points by completing each course, which you can exchange for bonus rewards. By the way, our video team is in the process of making more episodes that will come out soon. If you don't want to miss out, all you need to do is subscribe to this channel and switch on all the notifications. If you've got burning questions about Printful, leave them for me in the comments. Catch you later.